Hey everybody, time for another CodePen radio, or really CodePen video on the radio, TV on the radio.
A
Yeah.
live video podcast, something
Yeah.
like that.
That ultimately goes to YouTube and who knows what. We don't even understand digital media these days. We just produce it. Hey everybody, I'm Chris Coyer from CodePen, and I got Steven here too. What's up,
Hello,
Steven?
hello. Welcome, everyone.
Hey, yeah, we thought we'd show off a thing on CodePen that not everybody knows is even possible and is there exclusively for fun. It's just to screw around. It's just a little bit like a harkening back to the MySpace days or Friendster or whatever. I know you could customize a MySpace page. Could you do a Friendster page? I don't even remember. Do you remember Friendster?
I was never on Friendster. MySpace for sure. I know Neopets was a big one that a lot of web devs got
And you
their
got a
start on.
profile
There's a
on
lot of
Neopets?
hacking you could do on that one with CSS and stuff.
Yeah, you'd like inject CSS and then customize the page. And I don't know. I know in MySpace it wasn't really. It was like something you could do, but it was such a weird hack. You had to like put a style tag in a text area. It was like a little crazy. That felt like a hack, and I don't think they ever really fixed it or made it a first class citizen. It is a first class citizen here on CodePen. This is my profile, and it's just your profiles are just codepen.io / whatever your username is. And there's nothing to this. I have customized it in no way other than organizing the showcase a little bit. Let's not get into that. That's just kind of picking which pens you want to show on your page. But design wise, I haven't touched it. So this background is kind of the default background. Fun story there. It's kind of the CodePen logo, really gigantic and like randomized behind it. So fancy. So there's two ways that you can customize your profile. One of them, which just happens to be a pro feature for reasons, is that header behind your name, that thing where you're seeing the big shapes that are the CodePen logo and all that, you can put a pen back there. Any pen, your own pen, somebody else's pen, whatever, you just drop a URL into settings and change that. That one's a pro feature. And then the one that's not is applying custom CSS to this page. And you don't have to inject a script tag anywhere. You just put the URL to where that CSS is. So in my settings, I'll go to profile. Yeah, and this can be for, look, I'm under my team one, but it doesn't have to be. This would be my personal account I can do too. Here's those two options. A URL to a pen you want to put behind your header, pro feature, and then the feature for everybody, the URL to a pen, but where it will pull the CSS off of it and inject it. I wonder, does this take non-pens? Can it be a CSS file elsewhere? I don't know. Obviously, it's easier to do with a pen, so it used to. So I don't know. I just don't remember. It doesn't matter. So in this show, what Steven has done, and Marie helped with pulling some data out of a database, we're going to show some people who've already done this and done a really fun job of it. So you prepared that, didn't you, Steven?
Yes, Marie pulled some nice data for me on people with custom profiles, and I went through and selected some nice ones, and we'll share this link so you can check this out as well. It's kind of a randomized approach to seeing some interesting profiles.
Not boring ones like mine, cool ones. So as you load this page, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Yes. I'm glad the first one is tacos and pizzas and stuff.
Of course.
It's just about lunchtime, so I actually got to go. This is wonderful. So you can tell there's two things going on here. There's a custom background, which is a pen, I would think, right? I guess we could look and see, but I'm pretty sure that's the kind of obvious way to do this. I guess you could do it with CSS without
most of the best ones that I saw when going through and selecting, they would combine the two techniques, doing a nice custom header for something like JavaScript animation, like really fancy stuff, and then blending it into the profile with custom CSS.
I think it's got an overlay on it too, so you can't put a bunch of links or anything. It's just for visuals only.
Yeah, I think some people disabled that with the CSS though, so that you get like mouse interactions and all that with the header.
Oh, funny. Funny.
Yeah, there's plenty of hacks.
I like how the pro badge looks with the angle on it. That looks good. So we can tell there's custom CSS applied here because look, the font is different. This bar has been turned to a gradient red and stuff. So that's a wonderful.
And you'll notice it's affecting the CodePen sidebar there too. So that's,
Yeah, I see that a lot. I think we'll see that. So because, it's just CSS and it's applied to this whole page. So you can see when a font applies to perhaps a little bit more than they wanted to on accident, or maybe just whatever, rock and roll, change the whole site. In this case, we send it through some, some things to make it not possible to do entirely malicious things. Ooh, I like the little outlines
nice,
and stuff.
subtle little
That's fun.
touch.
That's fine. So yeah, you can do whatever you want here. Let's look at a few more, and then we'll cover how to do it. So,
Yeah, so there's a shuffle button down there at the bottom.
Random. Tiffachu. They used to call me Tiffer as a kid, like Christopher. Do you know that?
Oh, hey.
Looks like a combination of the effects again, because the background had the
Nice custom coloring, custom header.
Nice. Subtle and fun. Good job, Tiffany.
Right, and so since profiles are kind of a good way to share as like your portfolio, customizing it with the CSS, kind of making it your own is a really great way to help that stand out.
Ooh, I saw the gradient as it was loading. That was classy. Oh, it must be this gradient down here. Very nice. Oh, and it's like a fixed position gradient too, so it stays that way. Background position.
Look at that. Look at that background header. That's nice. And then calling attention to the follow button. little attention grabby, but we'll allow
hilarious. I love it. And I'm already following, so I don't need to. That reminds me of one of those techniques people used to use CSS after and before pseudo elements. After would work here because you could select 294 and then go like comma 000 with a pseudo element and make it look like you have 294,000 followers. Maybe
we'll see that. Saw a few of those.
That's a classic. Catherine. People like to mess with their name. I like that. This is another combo. You're so right. Everybody goes for the combo.
Right. It's just a nice approach. It makes it really your own.
So Catherine is a developer at Sparkbox. Sparkbox is great. In fact, it was Katie Kowalson at Sparkbox who originally designed that background header up there and the concept for these profiles. So nice synchronicity there.
Yeah, there's a few teams in there and like brand kind of profiles that did some customizing. It's really nice. This one that background header and then just some attempt to make it kind of a unique design there.
Yeah, I even kind of changed the UX here. Took our pens button, which is normally down here. Oh, I wonder how they did that.
I think it's an after of the popular.
Oh.
Because if you hover that, see how it highlights the popular.
Oh, it highlights both. You're right. Oh,
right.
How clever.
Some really interesting tricks happening in a lot of these.
Yeah, I like that. Let's look at a couple more before we show you, because now I'm addicted to this. Biggles rocks. Another Jessica. Whoa.
Look at that integration of the header. Like that's cool.
That is just tremendous. Oh my God, how fun is that? And I like it when it kind of continues down, and that just rocks. Very fun. So again, this pen will be embedded with the screencast as well. All right, we'll look at some more after we're done with this too, but we should show you how it's done. Ooh, I like the contrast works even with the styling basically otherwise left alone in the header.
Yeah, and the integration of the profile pic and that animation behind, some nice.
Yeah, bouncy. Okay, so my profile has nothing on it. For a minute, I was doing something. I've done all kinds of things with my profile, but one easy thing is like, what if you just want this area to be black, on the head of it or something like that? I think that's what I did for a minute. You could probably the cleanest way to do that would be to look around and do the CSS for it. But another thing I did was just make a black pen and set that as the background. So let me just do that really quick so you can see how it's done. I would just go like make a pen and say body background black, and then I'll just save it. And maybe it'll be like, it's a public pen and I don't care that it's public. So I'll just be like, screencast, background or whatever, profile pen. You can actually do both in the same pen, couldn't you? So we'll explore that too. So in settings, if I say my custom header is now that pen, that should automatically save. I refresh my profile, and it should just kind of be a black iframe up there, right? Yeah, there you go.
And an interesting fact with that iframe, it doesn't have like a background color or anything like that on it. So if you want to like play with the transparency in that existing CodePen background that's there, just don't set any background on your header pin.
Oh, so if I did like so if I commented this out and made like,
just did some text there.
This is some text and did like color red. It looks white here, but it won't be there.
Correct. You might have to override it, but I think just not setting it is enough.
Let's see. So there's a lot of back and forth here. Let's do that. Oh yeah. Look at that. This is some text. It almost looks like we've been hacked or something. Let's do this trick. We published this years and years ago, but you can kind of just grab an iframe that links to you. I should update this because this HTTP won't work. So this profile pen, and so I'll put this iframe here. Oh, this is going to be weird. This will be like a total inception moment, right? Because I should use a different pen for this. The trick is to iframe your own profile on a pen that you're just using custom CSS on. So let me change that setting real quick. Let's say I don't want to do the pen thing. I'm just doing CSS for now. Cool. So now very little is going to happen here. You'll see this original header again. Oh, that's
a little bit of red text.
That's funny because that means be the one thing on the page that we don't apply color to. So the body thing comes across. But now if I put this iframe there, oops. All right, I'm just going to do this. Where am I? Here, and then make HTTPS, and then it's got to cover the page, right? So
yeah, so this may not work anymore with how we've
our trick is broken because
yeah.
Oh no, sorry.
Won't be as easy to do here.
Is it just not going to work because iframe won't let you? It won't let you. We should almost open that up.
Yeah, it'd be worth checking out for profiles. I don't even think adding cross origin attribute to it works. I think completely blocking the embeds like that.
Yeah, and this is a recent change. We just did this. I'm so sorry, everyone. But the point is, if it did work, you'd be changing CSS here, which would apply to your profile, and then you'd rerun and you'd see it. So you'd be working side by side, which is kind of in the spirit of CodePen. But oh wait, our trick is broken. I'll make sure to update that blog post that says it's broken. I don't guarantee that we can fix that because it's kind of a security thing, and this is such an esoteric little idea that it's kind of like, why bother fixing it? You know. Okay, so let's do something else then that you might want to change. So now if I refresh it, what the only thing that's on this entire pen is the color and this stupid iframe thing. that could cause problems.
That's probably throwing a few things off. I think most of those iframes are already position absolute.
Yeah, just a quirk of how we're styling things already. So there's the color. Let's say I just wanted to make it enormous, though. You'd probably, the more realistic thing is you'd find the hook we put on there. We put a bunch of classes on here on purpose, right? So that profile name wrapper, looks like we are actually using that ourselves for a styling hook. But even if we decided not to, or if we decided to use CSS modules for our styling, which is highly likely in the future, you can see some of that in use here. We'll always leave that original hook in place so that your styles will.
Be a little behind the scenes stuff. We recently switched all these over from a Rails render to a React render, and we purposefully left like the global kind of classes in there to try to affect the custom CSS as little as possible and give some hooks for styling. I think a lot of custom CSS still broke, but did what we could.
Yeah, some anyway. Yeah, I mean, whatever. We don't intend to break stuff like that. It was a rare kind of deal. So I made my name really big. That's the point of that. So if you missed the gist of it, I have a pen. Here's the URL of that pen. I just copy and paste it and go into settings and paste it in there. And now I have full control over the CSS of my own profile. And the purpose of that is just for fun. Oh, look, it didn't delete the header one. I probably just went away too soon. Okay, that's it, I guess. Is there anything else fun to do? I didn't really prepare something fun to do on my own profile. We could just look at more other people's example.
Yeah, it's so wide open. It's really hard to say, but it is important to check the responsive aspect of it if you are doing custom CSS and doing something really fancy.
Yeah, because we do stuff too. We'll collapse the sidebar and we change the paddings and make it a one column and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, might as well check those kind of things. All right, pretty fun. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Why not? Enjoy my giant red name. All right, let's look at a few more. We should look at yours. What have you done?
Oh, there's not too much fancy on mine. I do have a header.
Yeah, that's like kind of I don't mind that it's so low effort because it can do so much cool stuff. You know, if you see some pen that has some beautiful background, you can steal theirs. Just paste it in there. Look at the what do you call that? The glitch.
Right, a nice little glitch effect.
Very classy. That is super cool.
I think there was more to it. It just looked like it wasn't loading.
Girl Geek, aka Diana.
Yeah, I thought this was a
Classy
nice high
color.
impact header and design choice.
Whoa, that is
some
bold.
nice animation.
And then it kind of goes light mode below.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're using CodePen as your portfolio, like linking somebody to this versus just a default CodePen profile, I mean,
so cool.
Great.
I always think of Dave's because David
yeah.
Tron 5000.
David Tron.
Oops, not a G. As long as he's still got it there, did it go?
Yeah, he does, and I think he's overriding those styles so that the click events work.
Oh, right. So you can actually go over it. This farts at you. I don't know if the audio will make it to the recording, but it's a giant butt and it farts at you.
Do a little Foley work for you.
Manual style here. Oh my God. So that's a good example of that. I have no idea what's going to happen on any one of these. Highly dangerous radio. Ooh, got rid of the kind of the borders. Ooh, I like the classical.
Right, kind of change the layout and look at that background. Using the custom pen, like expanding it to fit more of the page, like that's.
Oh, that because you can kind of even see them down here.
I think it's fixed too. If you scroll, it stays with you. No, it's,
you could though.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a few more because we just can't stop. And then if you, yeah.
Oh yeah, this Curly. We just started noticing him mid last year or something. Some really awesome CSS work, and it's all kind of along this line.
The scroll bar. After my own heart. And the pens are amazing as too. Well,
yeah. Look at the CodePen sidebar too. Like look at the little attention to detail there. Changing our icon colors and all that.
Tremendous. Oh yeah, you had to play with the fill to get that to work. Oh, it's kind of like it almost looks like they like color rotate. Oh my gosh, that's funky.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at how weird that is. Okay, that gets an A+. Everybody gets. Sergio. Ooh, look at the lighting.
You can always tell it's gonna be cool when the background is not black right at the start.
Yeah, it's funny that we put the CSS at the top of the page so it kind of like loads so quickly, versus our client rendered down here. So
yeah,
just the nature of web dev. Okay, one more after this, and then we have to call it. We have to go. We have work to do, people.
Yes. Look at that header.
Mm.
and then a little bit of styling work to just make sure it all blends in together.
Yeah,
I think hiding their profile pic and hiding the search nav and all that.
Yeah, go for it. Do whatever you want. Love it.
It's your profile. If you want to break how it works, then go right ahead.
So there's probably about 10 times this many in the pen that Shaw put together. Again, we'll embed that and we'll let you go. Oh God, I'm afraid you're going to need a follow.
Speaking of lunch, here's a good one to end on. And look at the hack of the pro tag there.
Oh, nice! They changed the text of it entirely.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually the pro tag, if they're actually pro, or if they just added that.
Because I don't think you could change it, right? You'd have to hide the one.
The way we have it set up now, I don't think you can actually edit that. But maybe they're doing a pseudo element in replacing it.
Hacker man, indeed you are a hacker man, Michael. Okay, well, that's that. Now you know how to do it. If you do one fresh or update the one that you already have, please send it to us in the comments or any other dang old way you want to. So
yeah, and check out that pen for some good inspiration. Lots of good profiles in there. See you later.